A sightseeing mission for safety. A murder in plain sight. Whatever shenanigans will these trainers cook up this episode, we'll get to it shortly after this quick recap. Previously on The Traitors, Delani becomes the first victim murdered in the dead of night. And at the first roundtable, Daphne's aggression rubbed a lot of people the wrong way as she becomes the first trainer banished, but not before revealing that she was a faithful. Vivek was the next to be murdered, but a challenge loss causes Kaywireee to lash out at Bronte, which in turn spreads across the mansion. Bronte defended herself as best as she could, but she ultimately became the second person banished, also revealing that she was a faithful. Will these remaining trainers ever get it right? We're gonna find out now. And these trainers hardly give a damn. They're ready for bed. Kaywireee is pretty angry at Filippo being all righteous at the round table and took the beef outside. Filippo is done with the drama though. Look, I didn't even vote for you, okay? Just move on. Whoop! And Kaywireee is choosing not to do any of that.
Sistum, Benar Pelka, Bekapsa,
Spubani, Farfase Hoivoy, ugh! Lunch, Chilo Pifatau Bifang Turip, Rimplegreed Bow, Creambo Nooch, Swande Shwema, Benarp Shelves.
Alrighty, now that we're all happily angry, it's time to sleep it off. Meanwhile, the traitors are now about to rise and claim another soul. Greetings, traitors. Same as always. Discuss and pick a faithful to murder tonight.
Ha! Not Borf! Rosie! Snabble! Kenneth Narble! Milshaba! Yourself Blake! Amkahar! Muchibichi! Frederick Shanishi! Rushar Flash! Fool! Saponario! Shiniba Olimar! Ardus Gitna! Tevade! Oshquin Bikoya! Arisha! Arabay! Injame Manzo! Shibif Deroy! Sigafos! Gwynifez! Septa! Flamme! Lucy Peachy! Bentra! Dromus? Orifay! Bifla! Forex! Sonoy! Ilsa! Sons! Schweba! Stanig Watsboy!
Alright, locked and loaded. Let's see who the traitors ultimately choose for their victim. Merry mornings! Let's see who survived the night. Hold on. TV season premiere? Oh no, we are not doing that today. I see TJ and Patchy, and Inez, and Noemi, yay! Don't mind Patchy, he's just very excited to be alive. Next up, we have... Oh, Nisha's a little freak this morning. And here is Alan, Bloodwolf, and Filippo. Coming after them is an angry Ash and also Pixie. Oh, and Mira survives again. We have 11 guests at breakfast now, and we're missing George, Houston, and Kaywireee. Moment of truth. Who is it? Oh, Houston and George. They look like they've seen things. Okay, now that the gang's all here, that means we officially bid farewell to Kaywireee. R.I.P. Angry Man. Let's see what went down last night. Not you also being excited. Well, Kaywireee, sadly, by order of the traitors, you have been murdered.
Nowsy Yap, Serpido, Bounda, Pafuni Du, Sasuna.
Oh, wait, Kaywireee, you're supposed to stay in the room. Oh! Oop. Yeah, a death by anger seems fitting. R.I.P. Kaywireee. Back at breakfast, nobody really bat an eye, and everyone just chows down on breakfast. And after breakfast, Patchy demands to know why Noemi threw a stray vote at him at the round table last night. Noemi tries to reason, but... Oop, unsatisfactory answer.
Kaywireee. Sharba, Karu, is soy.
Filippo trusts Noemi's judgment though, and he is ready to hear Noemi out on all her theories. Damn, she is popular this morning. Juice Pong with Houston too? Woo! That is mother right there. And the time has come for another mission. Good morning, trainers! The next lesson in Pokemon today is a mechanic that's available in all the games. Biking! From million-dollar rip-off bicycles in the early games to riding literal legendary Pokemon in recent ones, biking takes many forms. Today, you will push your physical limits while enjoying the sights of Tartosa. Your mission is to bike across town for as long as you can. If you stop, you are eliminated. Also, credits for this magnificent challenge goes to my buddy Stu. He also made his contestants bike around Tartosa and it was glorious. Link to his channel down below. Check him out, okay? Time is money in this mission. Every minute you spend on your bike is 10 simoleons you're adding to the prize pot. In addition, 2 shields are available for grabs today, but they're with Mr. Flower Boy here. Anytime before the challenge is over, you may stop and try to haggle for a shield. If your haggling is successful, you will earn a shield to prevent your murder tonight. Alright, get on those bikes, people! So apparently they can't bike downstairs, so yeah, bear with us for a moment here. Alright, now the challenge begins. Get on those bikes and zip off into the horizon, people! Oh my god, this is so cute! Though I'll low-key scream if a line of people on bikes just started riding towards me like that. Oh, looky here! Our eliminated icons are chilling in the sea as our gigantic biking parade just passes by. Alan, please, everyone's on the other side of the island. I guess my man likes to chart his own path. Well, I guess you don't have to fight to U-turn with 10 other people. My goodness, these teams are riding everywhere on the island now. Even on the sand? That can't be fun. Oh, Patchy and Ines are biking together! I know they aren't together, but it's still cute, okay? And, oop! Patchy steps out of the challenge after 2 hours and 20 minutes. Oh, he's on the run! Will Patchy go for a shield? Not today! He's just gonna take a seat. Oh hey, DJ quit too, I guess. Hello, Mira stopped her biking now. Is she going for the shield? Of course she is. Mira brings out some star-class haggling and successfully woos the flower boy. Congratulations, Mira. You have earned a shield tonight, queen.
Ben Fahab, Bula Shaka, Abimi, Thenica Fanave, Hisbulip Grenia.
More and more people begin to get off their bikes after a long ride, but some others are still going strong. Ooh, looks like Houston's the next one to attempt to haggle for a shield. No? Oh, never mind. Houston does get the discount, so Houston also gets a shield tonight.
Waba, Trinkana soup? Soup the Neeb.
TJ, please. You've been around Alan too much. Meanwhile, looks like all our trainers are slowly stopping and trickling into the town square. Ash is now the last one remaining, and she's going past about 3 hours of cycling at this point. Oop. And she is done! Well, hello trainers! Let's see how much your cycling has added to the prize pot this week. Okay, slay Ash with 3 hours and 32 minutes of cycling? Lord knows I can't even cycle for 1 hour. And also, a huge congrats to Mira and Houston for winning shields tonight. You two will be safe from the next murder. Alright, I'll see you all back at the mansion. Seems like Noemi's already getting a head start to the restrooms. Back at the mansion, Mira instantly celebrates with her go-to evildoer Noemi. And Ash is getting compliments from Filippo and Patchy for her stellar cycling. Ash is getting a good rapport going with Patchy and shoots her shot for the Pumpkin Man. Rejected? Oh no. Well, I guess this is how Ash's villain's origin story will begin.
Close to Hibine, Happyam, Evanage. Schmejel Klimf, Yiklawoosh.
Mira and Houston both celebrate being safe tonight when they are joined by Bloodworth, who's like, "What's up, fellas?" And he instantly gets called out for eavesdropping by Mira. Oh, wow, Bloodworth actually tries again, and instead he gets booed by Houston this time. Oh dear.
Trincana Su? Washinoi Lonkas. Punarabe.
Balco? Balconaru. Febine Macanerf. Jabini Nobe.
Mira continues to be smug about her achievements today, and TJ has had enough of that. Ooh, damn TJ, drag her! Yeah, that's about what I thought they would feel about each other. After that, TJ calls an emergency the boys meeting in the bathroom. I don't think there's traitors among us, but we gotta make the others believe that now.
Sherba. Abdo. Stabo.
And so the boys set off to reel in more people into their alliance, or at least some side pieces to their alliance. How about some resources for your midlife crisis, Mira? In case you wonder, yes, Mira did hit a midlife crisis this morning. This game can do that to you. Meanwhile, Ines talks to Pixie to see what she thinks about these boys. They sure are very active and talkative all of a sudden. Is that suspicious? Oh, Pixie doesn't even want to hear it. She's loyal to her dudes.
Veppa Dorsepa! Chobaba Bura!
Well, can't really fault her for feeling this way if she's getting these star-class hand massages. Look, Alan's even doing an interpretive dance for her. Alrighty, I know y'all basically just sat down for dinner, but it is time for another round of Roundtable. Welcome to another Roundtable, trainers. As usual, discuss your findings and then we will vote to banish.
Nidva Pafin, Skuma Plonide, Nilzia Cruz. Torki Shuksa Fazoo, huh? Kempel Varuda, Nuloi Sawata.
Hibby. Quexi.
Schleiba. Oh, Schleiba.
Regirao, Himbal.
Bifanje Yitka. Vroom Shavy. Bully Gilanvush.
Washinoi Lonkas. Punarabe. Hepiam. Avinisu. Bosta.
Loxwin. Toomba Mayamp. Janib. Offa Bah. Hoy Voy.
Baya, Flynn, Crumit,
Ginger. Brayship Sawars Kaloof.
Dubrig. 2B Yix.
Nimna. Bedizi Fulan. Titi. Isanis Tufuba.
Obu Tofu. Bino.
Oh. Yafakorb.
Jorby Humba. Wanu.
Lazo.
Gibafa. Boora. Rartso Criffum.
Sharib. Flohane Kabel Espascoon. Benafi. Sycophus. Ashi. Galank. Nermokrankus.
Voom, Fibna, Fina, Fintijongi, Wanu.
Brugi. Brugi Yara. Badomi Fanablu.
Fineve. Finfahep.
Hibine, Glinnock, Wixani.
Ooh, that got heated. Alright, I trust you have your photo frames ready. Let's vote. We'll start with George tonight.
It's Judah. Kubao. Ina Tubarno. Oh, Sam's a quink.
Oh, okay, clock that T. Ines votes for George next, and so do Patchy and TJ. Wow.
Sarbdo. Sarbdo.
Filippo then adds a vote for Bloodworth, and Pixie saves her best friend by voting for George. Oh, Ash votes for Bloodworth too? And so does Mira. We are currently tied with 4 votes George and 4 votes Bloodworth. Oh, Bloodworth and Alan both vote for George.
Keyboy Stimbara. Abimo Fabrizu.
6 votes George at the moment. And Houston and Nisha both do Bloodworth. Oop! We are tied at 6 votes George and 6 votes Bloodworth. Noemi, you are the last vote and you will ultimately decide who goes home. Please reveal your vote.
Nerkska Shararg. Ibo Chinosa. Lombek. Untale Kanapa. Oh, Zambo! Oh.
Whew, that settles it. With 7 votes to 6. Bloodworth, you have been banished from the mansion. Let's head to the front door to reveal which team you are playing for. Well, he sure is a little freaked out by this. Oh, Flames of Litwick, tell us if this man belongs to the Traitors or the Faithfuls. Bloodworth, the Red Flames, you were a traitor. And the crowd erupts in shock.
Jose.
Benida Janjo. Marcus Magno. Shupaza.
Oh, Pixie has something to say?
With easy.
Oh,
With
Pixie!
Wadisa.
Oi.
Well, you tried, Bloodworth. Thanks for playing the Traitors, traitor. I'm so sad, Loki. I was quite excited for him to come back, and I guess he did make it further than he did last time, but not enough in my books. Well, congratulations, Faithfuls. You actually got it right this time. The Traitors are now 1 down currently, but there is more to be found. And Mira chooses to scare Noemi in celebration. Everybody on the correct side of the vote is rejoicing in their achievement of finally banishing a traitor. Sadly, somebody may still perish tonight, and if you're not Houston or Mira, you better sleep with one eye open. The Traitors are now down to 2, and they have to play even smarter from this point on. Evening, Traitors. 2 orders of business tonight, actually. We'll first address the elephant in the room. Now that you are down to 2 traitors, you have the option to recruit somebody into your murderous circle. If you choose to recruit, you will not murder tonight, but instead deliver a letter to the faithful that you wish to recruit as a traitor. They can choose to accept or decline, and you will find out the next time you meet. If you do not choose to recruit this time and want to come and murder instead, I do regret to say that this chamber's magic is running a little low and will need to recharge tonight. So you must murder tomorrow in broad daylight. You will be given an electrical spy bug, and one of you must plant it on the faithful of your choice. Once the bug is planted, the other must sneak away down here in the day to detonate the faithful to their doom. And be sure not to get caught in the meantime, of course. You may now discuss if you wish to recruit or murder. Go on.
Largamoosh. Part 2. Symbol. Zarde Abalo. Wanji. Nerva. Palagam Lashore. Luchi. Zagalazig. Safis. Chemist. Tori Halai Larkum. Crimbo Tharg. Pintrip. Mishepany. Snowzagarzo. Short Janil. Olibar. Zamonis Arrow. Oh, yams! Wonderful Asma. Sikwa Yuma. Yeah, baby. Venib Nitva. No Quimbo. Skuma.
The traitors have made their decision. Will they pull off any shenanigans tomorrow? We will find out. Another morning means another murder reveal. Oh, Pikachu's back! I hardly noticed him being gone. Oh, morning Mira, Houston, TJ, and Patchy! And also Ash, Alan, Nisha, and Filippo. That marks 4 people missing from this table. Pixie, Inez, Noemi, and George? Let's find out who bit the dust. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I see George, Inez, Pixie. Wait, all of you? Everyone survived the night? Oh my gosh, this is amazing! Or maybe not. It's the traitors after all. Who knows what they cooked up? Or if there's more of them. Huh. Better keep your eyes peeled today anyway, traitors. Filippo excitedly discusses theories with Ines immediately. This man is always so eager to crack the case, I swear.
Ah, Benkapa. Muskatibs. Sminchida. Kalu Pizoi Bove.
Ines is loving Filippo's energy and is very happy to talk to him. They both hate Mira too, so they have that going for them. TJ also hops in the conversation. He is doing everything he can today to exonerate himself after that very rough roundtable last night.
See, Reba. Schleiba. Oh, Schleiba. Bizarra. Phobia.
Meanwhile, Houston decides to meet with Nisha to talk in Noemi's room. Why do they keep having secret meetings in other people's bedrooms? Houston is liking Nisha's vibe, and even more so that they voted together last night. And Nisha appreciates that. Oh. This kind of goes against his whole personality, but you know what? We're doing it for the plot. Nobody says he has to keep it after the show, right? Oh, hello, George. Aw, Nisha's popular today. Damn, offering massages? That's sweet of you, George. Alright, playtime's over for now. It's time for another mission. We are not going to the front yard this time, actually. We're going to the backyard. Wow, seriously, Nisha? You're just gonna read at a challenge? Anyway, on to the topic of the day. Memories made with your Pokemon are always best kept in terms of photographs. There's even a whole game made around taking pictures of Pokemon. So, your mission today is a swimsuit photo shoot of yourselves! And with your own phones, by the way. Yeah, these cameras are just props. You gotta learn to make the best of the worst quality gear. Each acceptable quality photo without smudges or gnomes or blurs will add 200 simoleons to the prize pot. And there is a catch to obtain a shield today. If you get visited by Mr. Gnome in your photos, you can choose to sacrifice all of your photos to play a game of Whack-A-Gnome, courtesy of the Backyard Carnival mod pack by Sepsid. Each gnome in your photo grants you one chance to play, and if you successfully best the gnomes, you can earn one of 2 available shields. Okie dokie, let's start with Georgie! Woo-wee! Don't be shy now, George. It's just a picture. Okay, sure. Serving embarrassing. Please, why are these old men all so sad? Aw, Pixie's doing cutesy at least. Oh, she is a stunner. And you know Houston always looks good. Sir, you're not even in the whole frame. Please, you said it's too big for the camera. Nicely done, trainers. It's now time to review your photos. Patchy has a bunch of good ones, plus 1 gnome. Oh dear, the quality is not qualitying. Pixie and Ines pass with flying colors though, and so does Houston. Oh, she got 2 gnomes. And TJ follows Alan's terrible photo taking. Please, George is having a whole ass family of gnomes up here. Alrighty, after checking your photos, you 6 are eligible for a special round since you have gnomes in your photos. The number of chances you get to play, if you choose to do so, is marked on top. Your goal is to achieve a high score in the hardest difficulty of Whack-A-Gnome. If you do, you earn a shield. Simple as that. Remember though, if you do wish to play, you must sacrifice all your photos, even the good ones. So, if you want to preserve some money in the prize pot for the group, this is your chance to walk away.
Oh, Splanay.
Zagalazig, Sophis, Camus, Simona Sarah, Avaween.
Oh, Ash and Filippo chose not to play and preserve the photos that they have. As for you 4, your photos are now void and you may begin whacking those gnomes. Oh, please, this is so cute. Modders really help keep this game alive. Oop, that didn't sound good. So everyone got a little score, that means nobody succeeded. Patchy is out of tries now, so he is out of the running, but these guys can try again. TJ's a gamer, but is he an arcade gamer though? And these oldies are also clamoring for that shield to keep themselves safe. Did Mira just celebrate? Mira is met with a high score! Mira once again earns a shield!
Wabarani Bayumi. Cebu on a mob.
Maybe Saquinario.
George frantically tries for one last time to get his shield. Whoop, that does not seem good. Another little score. George has failed again. Well, that was a fun day in the sun, and this is how much you've earned for the prize pot. Pretty good. Let's head back to the mansion. So, Patchy immediately gives himself a pep talk after trading in all his good photos for nothing. Even Ines is like, yeah, you kinda messed up there. George is trying to run off his embarrassment now, because apparently he can't even whack a gnome to save his life.
Kenchwi, Yishla. Oh, Mista.
Aw, there, that's okay. George? Oh my god! George! Oh, what just happened? Mira, that's not how you should walk into the room when you find someone dead, please. Mira gasps loudly, which sends everyone running into the room. Oh, they are crying for George. Noemi, please head downstairs now. Ines, you too, girlie. Put down that book. Ines! No! Oh my god, please! She said, oh wow, and then went right back into the book.
When new in a prep. Haha.
Noemi, not you too, please. This is gonna look bad. And so R.I.P. George, another faithful loss to the Traitors. Do you, the viewer, wonder how this happened? Well, cue the flashback. Wow, they actually pulled it off. I'm high-key impressed. The way Mira simply does not give a damn though. She said, I gotta eat, man. Oh yeah, I should do George's memory wall. R.I.P. George, you were as clueless as ever, but at least you were fun. Okay, I removed the urn so these people can stop crying and focus on the game. And lead detective Filippo is on the case already, interrogating his suspects right away. Gotta get your head in the game. Yeah.
Chifi Almabura. Zarzuya. Platizoidana. Narimo.
Mira could care less what anyone thinks of her. She has a shield for tomorrow, so she's taking it real easy and just gossips with Noemi. She also gets approached by Ines to set their beef aside so they can target some real traitors. Okay, she accepts. Wow, enemies to lovers arc?
Labarani Bayou. Handolzer Pow. Klevite Gaunim. Grinoid Bars Pelka Pinar.
Meanwhile, Nisha questions TJ on his motives and why he went for the shield in the challenge, but TJ's too unbothered to answer. And of course, it escalates to a full-on fight.
Cow Tubna. Sarbdo. Sarbdo. Lebdekrobe.
Alrighty, I know you just started dinner again, Noemi, but it's time for the round table, so dinner's gotta wait. And yes, we officially have our first downsize. Oh, it kinda hurts. Although it should be easier for these people to hear each other now, so let's go!
K. Wes. Chabe Sturka. Orphan. Kabura.
Nerkska, Shararg, Ozani. Pomsai Zivka, Dimpish.
Snasna Girja. Yabanush. Snashna Jazir. Karu Noosh.
Bratza Funsil, Peniru Jasapa, Belindi.
Moby. Meb. Zarpy.
Yanabomba. Bana.
Larkin Fruge. Galba. Shupasa Benea.
Luido. Oh.
Zarkini.
Kankuya. Slakamba Kinchayo.
Goinji. Derba Treul. Soon.
Anazuki. Sugarblue. Nah. Wibisuk. Sharba Pinkuyu. Seklau Demorda.
Malspec, Mopsy Vombo. Seneca Belinda Grinia.
Patchy, please sit down.
Freba. From.
Maybe Gobi.
Almof. Zarif Frispa.
Bifanje Yitka. Ebony Flurba. Snaby Gobi. Zerf. Zambo!
Kangaroo. Bura. Poshma.
Orbatani. Arveni.
Wow.
Bouchard Spotion. Sibu.
Shiloh Panive Baima.
Wanna fob.
Binfahab.
Fleeman Shusha. Wayne. What Deestabe. Nabo. Lara.
Franho Hibani. Jenja Fazar. Bara. Bami Kiboy.
Loadsome moista.
Verpasa Esinoi. Tropha. Bahushu Foibi.
Lunch. Pifatau Bifang Turip.
Baliness Wabarani Bayumi. Squirmish.
Well, okay. It is time to vote. Let's start with Alan today, shall we?
Banish. No, Mafrispa.
Divawis. Varpasa Masplima.
Whoa, okay. Next up, Houston votes for Patchy, unconvinced by the Pumpkin Man. Nisha also votes for Patchy. That's 2 votes Patchy, 1 vote Nisha. Normie then votes for Pixie. And Ines also votes for Pixie. Wow. Oop, and Patchy votes for Mira, just like he said he would. And TJ adds a vote for Nisha, while Filippo votes for Mira.
Batanabe. Abimo Ya. Balco? Balconar.
Holy moly, we're at 2 votes each for Patchy, Pixie, Nisha, and Mira. And we only have 3 votes remaining. Mira, you can go next.
Axawa. Skiba Glosh. Waboose.
And Pixie votes for Patchy. We are now at 3 votes Pixie, 3 votes Patchy, 2 votes Nisha and Mira. And we only have Ash's vote remaining. Who did you vote for, Ash?
Wolf it up, Sequinario. Shalip Smetzel, Risham, Winnabat, Obija, Robo.
She betrayed Halloween right back. Well, that does it. By a vote of 4 to 3 to 2 to 2. Patchy, you have received 4 votes and you are hereby banished from the mansion. Please head to the front door and the flames will tell us if Patchy was a faithful or a traitor. Patchy was a faithful! You should vote harder for yourself, man. Okay, pretty ominous, but best of luck in life's journey, Patchy. Well, with that, we've lost our townie rep now. I sure hope he doesn't haunt me in my sleep. Well, faithfuls, you were on a roll, but now you've got it wrong again. So, clear your heads, get some rest, and I will see some of you again at breakfast tomorrow. Greetings, Traitors! The magic has now been restored, so you may murder in the night again if you'd like. If not, recruitment is also on the table. Feel free to discuss.
Shupasa Benea. Jessene Clonkus. Skuma. Renagle Chelsea. More. Gilnabola. Weedaba. Simona Sarah. Evelyn. Kaljo Derishi. Benefish. Beneve Nitva. Repeat, Guma. Oh, nope, yeah, Nibs. Oh, Barb. Lord. Watanini Chalk. Washa Zabris. Baribi Damse. Today. Avalor Falace. Yaba! Johnny Boba? Who kills him?
Who will the traitors recruit into their murderous circle? And how will these trainers react when nobody dies again? Find out next time on The Traitors. Whew, this episode was so happening, so I hope you had a fun time watching. If you did, please consider leaving me a like down below and also comment down all your thoughts on the murders and the banishment. The gals are taking revenge this episode since only guys went home. Also, some quick news, I am going on vacation for almost all of this week and the next, so there likely will not be a video next Friday, so apologies in advance. I'll likely drop some sneak peeks though, so subscribe and keep an eye on the community tab for those. Well, I hope you take good care of yourselves in the meantime, and I will return in 2 weeks for our next installment. Bye for now, friendos!